Well, hi everyone, I'm Tracy Pattin and this is Sizzle in the Middle, and I am here back again with Lisa Greenfield from MyTruthinHand.com.
Loving
Hi.
it.
So
Hello.
fun. We are having a blast.
I know, we just keep doing this because
great.
we're having such a good time and we're getting some really fun feedback. So.
Yeah, that's so great.
I know.
So today, Lisa tells me that she's got a surprise for me, and it's going to take me way back. So
Yep.
I don't know what that means,
We're
but
going to begin at the beginning of life.
just don't ask me how old I am.
Not primordial here. We're just going back to the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, with Tracy, she has something very unusual. Let's look at her lifeline. Lifeline starts here above the thumb and curves down towards the middle of your palm and then ends at the wrist. Now, everybody has a lifeline, don't worry, it doesn't tell you how long you live.
Okay.
But what we're going to look at is where the headline, which starts just right around in that area and drives across the hand and either curves down and mirrors the lifeline or drives across, straight across, the headline joins the lifeline. Tracy has something very unusual. In her left hand, there's a big gap. There's almost 1/4 of an inch between.
Are you sure that doesn't mean that I'm gonna, be gone soon?
No,
I'm going to exit.
This talks about the beginning of your life.
Oh, okay.
So at the beginning, and this
Okay.
talks about your mind, your mental ability at the beginning of your life.
Okay.
So your lifeline and your headline right here. Now let's look in this hand, because of course Tracy can't do anything just easy, right? So she's got her, she likes a challenge. She's that fire
that's
heart.
true.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. So in this hand, they're braided together. They actually are one line for a period of time. So the lifeline and the headline are one line that go straight across, all right, and curve down like this. Now she's got a second lifeline. It's very interesting. She's got a very distinctive.
I have probably, I know.
9 lines. Yeah, exactly.
I have to tell you, I'll tell you one quick story on this.
Do.
That when I was born, my mom had this amazing, wasn't really an out-of-body experience, but it was one of these all-knowing, amazing, just unlike anything else she's ever been through in all her other kids. She just said
She had
just a transforming experience. So
Well,
I don't know what that means, but
she's got a double lifeline here, a double lifeline, one of which on the surface is braided together, okay, which is what about 85% of the people have. It's very unusual to have that big a gap. But she has a secondary line of defense, a second lifeline right here that is so deep it carves in. This girl really does have 9 lives.
okay.
Now, you don't test it.
I'm getting
okay?
tired thinking about it.
No, but so we're going to talk a little bit about that gap and about what it means when it's braided together.
So is this a good thing?
There's no such thing. as a
Okay,
good
I
or
know.
bad.
But don't you always want to know that kind of stuff? Because are
You
the
can use
lines
it-
good or bad?
You can use it for good or for ill. Everything has a promise,
okay.
everything has a caution. So the promise with this, when you've got a big gap like that, your ideas are your own ideas from day one.
Mm-hmm.
Very unusual, very unique, very distinctive from the family of origin. In other words, sometimes it can create a bit of a black sheep. But in your case, in the right hand, where you've got that second lifeline that's braided together, there was a lot of, whenever those two meet, your beginning of your life is literally where you're so aware of the opinions of everyone around you. It's mentally being crowded by trying to please the people around you.
Well, the pleasing thing is, that's another show, but that's true.
Well, but that's what so many people struggle with. But with you had a very interesting, because your internal compass was always very individual. Now your external, and this can cause a little bit of tension, but it actually, don't forget, tension is the mental gym.
So tension within me, tension within my own mind.
Exactly.
So that is why I'm slightly nutty.
Well, actually,
That
that's why you're
explains it.
mentally very strong.
Okay.
Because think
good.
about it,
Okay.
tension is like a workout,
Okay.
That's what resistance training is. So it creates a lot of mental strength because there's a part of you that felt you had to fight for your ideas.
Yeah, I
So-
definitely have never really fit in, that's for sure.
Well, it can make you feel very much, but you also have an offset little finger, which that's another thing that will make you...
wait, tell me about that. What do you mean?
That's
offset?
another whole show we'll do on the pinky. But with that offset little finger, it tends to mean that you look at things in a very unusual way when it's held out at an angle.
Okay, I do have to tell you this story. Speaking of
Please.
that, when I was little, I don't know, probably 3 or 4, my parents were taking us to Seattle, and for a week or so, my mom kept saying we're going to Seattle. So we get to Seattle, get off the plane, and the first thing I ask is, "Mom, where's Adel?" And That
See,
explains.
Adam.
That's me in a nutshell.
Exactly, but you know what? That's just it. Somebody dates something. I actually said my name to somebody, you know, and they thought I was stating because it's Lisa Greenfield, and he said Lisa Greenfield, like, you know, lease purchase, and he goes, that's a whole sentence. When I explained it was my name, it's like, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But that's something an unusual, you know.
Well, I can't wait to find out about this.
And that unusual.
So that means a
finger.
space then.
Exactly. When it sits off, when you do that, there's a big V. There's a really big gap between them. So that combined with the big gap between the head and the life, very innovative thinker here, very unusual.
I like that.
Definitely somebody to move the boundaries. Perfect for Sizzle in the middle, right? To
Yes.
show you how to carve a new path out
Yeah.
and to take a little risk with your ideas.
I love this.
Yeah, definitely. So, and it's interesting too that in the public eye, in the right hand, she's got that secondary lifeline.
Should we show them?
Yep. That secondary lifeline that comes up and meets with this. It's not a real strong one, but it's a real strong, deep one, but it's definitely a sensitivity. So she's very aware of public opinion.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, but at the same time.
You're right though, that is very true.
Well, but it's brilliant because it teaches you how to stand up for your ideas without just trampling the other person.
Okay.
So it can give you a little bit of finesse. That's what that tension, that inner tension can help create.
Well, this has been so great, and I can't wait.
It's your hands.
Well, I can't wait to find out about the finger thing next time. What did you call it?
The offset.
The
finger.
offset finger,
Mhm.
and we'll have lots more to talk about because
Yes.
Lisa is coming back again and again and again.
Well, until you guys say
Love
quit.
it.
So,
So we
thank
will
you,
see
Tracy.
you next time. I'm Tracy Pattin,
And I'm Lisa Greenfield.
and
We'll see you. Yep.
we'll see you next time.